Level 1 Authorization to enter substations. Purpose is to outline the process and requirements for entry into energized substations. Application to employees, contractors, or other third parties requiring access to energized substations. Basic rules before working in a substation. You must check for broken straps, broken insulators, conductors, and listen for any abnormal sounds. You must be wearing at least a Level 2 rating of FR to enter a substation. A level ATP of 8-18 is required to enter a substation. In order to enter a substation, you will need to have an electrical class hard hat, FR clothing, CSA standard protective footwear, and CSA safety glasses. Basic rules before entering a substation. You must dust the fence, check for broken straps, broken insulators, conductors, and listen for any abnormal sounds. Dusting the gate.
As you're coming up to a gate to unlock it, be it a man gate like this or a big double gate like over there, get in the habit of dusting the gate with the back of your hand. The main reason for that is there's voltage and current on the substation grid at all times. If you draw an arc with the back of your hand, the last thing we want you to do is grab the lock, because then you're not leaving. You're also looking for the strap. These hinges here are friction hinges. They need a strap, so under fault conditions, everything rises at the same potential. You can see the ground. It's everywhere. Everything is bonded in.
Broken insulators. Take a look at the insulators before you enter and when you are in the substation. Abnormal sounds, transformer and insulator. Listen to the noises in a substation before you enter. If something is wrong, you will be able to hear it. Walkways.
These walkways here, the concrete ones and the fiber ones, you can walk on. The aluminum ones, like we've got here, cannot be walked on at all. You have to step across them.
The aluminum housing cannot support the weight of a person. Use the cement or fiberglass walkways. Entering the metal-clad building.
As you come up to any building on site, the stairs, the platform, the railing, everything has to be bonded into the building. As you come up to the door on the building, there's a couple of things I want you to be aware of. If you open the building and you get a smell like a burnt motor smell, close the door, get a hold of your level 3. Something's gone wrong inside the building. As a level 1, you're not expected to touch any of the breakers, the low voltage breakers, be it AC or DC, in the metal-clad building as well as the control building. That also applies to any of the control handles here, on and off, anything like that. You are not requested or expected to touch any of that. These are metal-clad breakers, and this is the control and protection for the breaker. This is your protection package, and this is your indication that tells you the breaker is closed. If the breaker is open, it would be a green line going across there, okay? You will not touch any of this. Even if you're requested, you will not touch it, okay? These are the battery banks. We don't want you going close to the battery banks at all. All protection and controls are DC. These are the battery chargers. There again, A, B. We have double protection in our substation. A protection would be run off the A battery charger, B protection would be run off the B battery charger.
Control building.
Okay, these are breaker boxes. There again, just same as the other building, we do not want you touching these at all. You've got more control handles and breaker boxes here. There again, do not touch this at all. Here you have breaker cabinet. Again, I know it's low voltage, but you do not have to touch any of this. Now in the front, we don't want you leaning up against the racks. Exactly the same as the metal clad. Keep away from it. There's lots of room here for you to walk around, store equipment. You've got a number of control handles there again. 89 is motorized air brake, CS is control switch. Okay, you've got a bunch here. Do not touch any of these. We have more low voltage breaker boxes here. Same as the other ones. Don't touch any of this stuff. Here's your 2 battery chargers, same as the other building. We have an A and a B, same thing, you should never touch it. Now here we've got the battery room. This is a different battery bank than what you had over in the metal clad building, but exactly the same. You see how more open this is? Don't ever come in a battery bank room. In the metal clad building, at least you had a barrier. Here you have no barrier at all. You will not store stuff in here. You will not come in here at all.
Step and touch potential. Step potential. The difference in potential from one foot to the other causes current flow in fault conditions. Touch potential. The difference of potential at your hands to your feet causes current flow in fault conditions. Effects of current on the body. Please note, as stated in the chart in red, that 50 to 100 milliamps is possible heart failure. 100 to 200 milliamps is heart failure, and over 200 milliamps is severe burns and heart failure. The following sections will be information and questions from the AEUC codebooks that you will be required to know in order to complete your exam. Scope, AEUC Codebook, page 6. A. The construction, maintenance, and replacement of 1. Electrical utility systems that are used to transform, transmit, distribute, and deliver electrical power or energy to consumers' services or the equivalent, including street lighting. Some of the definitions that you should know. 1. Gradient control conductor, page 6. Gradient control conductor means a buried conductor used to control touch and step potentials. 2. Isolated, page 7. Isolated means the normal sources of energy have been disconnected when used in the electrical sense. Number 3. Utility employee, page 7. An employee trained to recognize hazards associated with energized electrical equipment or lines and trained and experienced to work safely near energized electrical equipment or lines in accordance with the requirements of the safety rules while performing duties assigned by an employer. General rules. Question 1. No person should enter a utility system generation station, substation, or subsurface chamber unless the person is. Answer. Authorized to enter by the operator of the utility system. 2-010, number 5, page 8. Question number 2. The person in charge of equipment or objects shall not approach nor permit the equipment or objects to approach overhead power lines closer than the safe limits of approach distances specified in what table? Answer. Table 2-1. Please note, the 3 highlighted sections are what you need to focus on. Safety rules. Question 1. If more than one utility employee is working on or near electrical equipment, what must be done? Answer: 4-012, page 43, Employee in Charge. Number 1. The employer shall ensure that one of the utility employees is designated as the utility employee in charge. Question number 2. Name the prohibited equipment that cannot be used in substations. Page 44A. An employer shall ensure that the following equipment is not used near energized electrical equipment. A. Metal measuring tapes, ropes, tapes, hand lines, or similar equipment constructed of metal, or with metal strands in fabric. And B. Portable metal ladders, or wooden ladders reinforced longitudinally with metal. Question number 3. A utility employee shall not enter an area where there is exposed energized electrical equipment unless: Answer: the utility employee is authorized by the employer. 4-034, page 45. Question number 4. What must be worn when working around or near electrical equipment? Answer: Number 1. Hard hats, electrical rated. Class E rating. Metal hard hats are not allowed. Number 2. Safety glasses with side shields. CSA Z94.3-92 or ANSI equivalent. 99.9% UV rated, 85% IR rating. Number 3. FR clothing. FR is made from fabrics that will not ignite or melt and will remain intact when exposed to levels of heat generated by an electric arc or flash fire. Number 4. Safety footwear. Non-conductive leather footwear and meets the requirements of the CSA standard Z195. Safe work routines. Question number 1. Which table governs limits of approach distances to exposed energized parts for utility employees? Answer: Table 4-1, page 59 in the manual. Please note, the 3 highlighted sections are what you need to focus on. Question number 2. What table applies to qualified utility employees? Answer: Table 4-2, page 60 in the manual. Grounding. Question number 1. The potential rise resulting from a fault current flowing from the grounding system to earth must not exceed: Answer: 3 kV 6-008, number 1, page 14. Question number 2. At what intervals should ground electrodes be placed around the substation fence? Answer: 6-020. Grounding station and substation fences and buildings. Number 2. A ground electrode shall be placed at A. All corner posts and hinged gate posts. B. Line posts at intervals not exceeding 12 meters. Question number 3. How should the chain link and barbed wire be grounded? Answer: 6-020, number 3, B and C, page 15. At each ground electrode location required by sub-rule number 2, a ground conductor not smaller than the number 4 AWG in size shall be connected to B. 2 places on the chain link fabric, C. Each barbed wire strand. Substations and electrical equipment installations. Question number 1. What rule governs the locking of substation enclosures? Answer: 8-090, locking, page 24. All enclosures shall be made secure from entry by unauthorized persons by locking or other acceptable means, unless someone is in sight of the gate. This concludes the Level 1 authorization to enter for Cenovus substation training.